All right, dude. Episode 17.
Is that what I was just about ready to count? But
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Season 2, episode 5.
That's just flying right along. These seem like they're getting closer and closer together too. I don't know.
What
It
do you
just
mean?
seems like we've been doing like every time we do one, it just seems like it's quicker to the next one.
Yeah. I mean,
Just-
you weren't in the last one, I don't think.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's been like.
Oh, it's been a while
months.
for me.
Yeah. On this episode, we're going to talk about revivals, reviving old cars, the revive and drive.
Yeah, it's a time honored tradition, I think, for gearhead guys. Show up at a rig that hasn't ran in a long time, get it running, driving just good enough to get it to your place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can
Continue on the project, or
push it down the road for the next guy, or I don't know, turn it into a keeper.
yeah.
Too many of them have become keepers.
Yeah, we do. Or we're just gonna get this home and sell it, and then I'll keep it around for a little while.
When you spend 1,800 miles on something, you kind of grow fond to
You
it.
kind of fall in love with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it only has second gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's a Ranchero that doesn't have any acceleration
Yeah. Or gauges.
or gauges. Who needs any of that?
But before we dive into that, as a DPV podcast tradition, what you been working on, dude?
Worked on this sweet motorhome that if you're following on Instagram, you've seen. But it's a beaut, Clark. That was our most recent revival, and it took 3 days to do a 1 day revival. But we ran into some problems, but we made it. We got a great video on that coming out, so stay tuned for that.
Now it's tucked nicely in the back 30.
Oh yeah.
But it is massive, so even though it's in the back 30, you can still see it from the front of my property.
I will say the P30 chassis is slept on as an off-road chassis. That motorhome off-roaded itself to the back so good.
And I can't wait to test the limits of that chassis.
Oh, it's going to get, they're going to get push it to the limits.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Maybe one will tip over on its side.
Ooh, that'd be
That's my
fun.
goal.
I
I mean, I hope it's yours.
The only thing is, like, getting it back upright is going to be there's nothing to connect to on the top of those. We're just going to be, like, ripping fiberglass as we stand it back up.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
I think we should, like, preemptively tie on, like, the roll back over straps.
Sure, yes.
That it's when we roll over,
Yeah.
we can boop up ourselves.
Maybe Matt can bring over the Great All.
Oh, yeah, so we can just poke so many holes.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Oh, that's going to be so bad. All right.
Been working on anything else?
No, I've been trying to get the shop cleaned up, get some room for some projects.
Yeah.
Have started working on the Bronco with the front axle. That's a project that has been on the back burner for far too long. So excited to get some work done on that.
Right on.
How about yourself? What you've been doing some things?
I've been working on Big Chief. So you probably saw the last episode. I got the small block Chevy from my Impala in there. I'm working on the TK skid plate cross member now, and it's pretty involved trying to clear drive lines, clear exhaust, and that transfer case is dang near 200 pounds, so like it's got to be kind of beefy.
Yeah.
And then I've just got a ton of little things to do to it. Got a new radiator with electric fans.
Sweet.
So that'll be going in soon. I don't know how much filming I'm going to be doing, to be honest. I'm going to film as much as I can, try to get you the highlights, but there's a lot where I'm just going to have to put my nose to the grindstone, and because I got, I think, less than 2 months now
Yeah.
till the Rubicon trip, and
That's gonna be an awesome
it's
trip.
got to be ready.
Yeah. You got to get some test miles down.
Yeah.
You don't want your first test miles. We don't want a Baja situation.
No. Especially since I rebuilt the trans.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to get a mile down or two.
Yeah. All right, the revive and drive. First thing I want to talk about is like what draws you into a revive and drive. There's obviously a following for it. There's like Roadkill is the OG revive and drive, as far as like entertainment on a screen.
Yeah.
But people have been doing it for a long, long time, and people love to watch it. I mean, look at Vice Grip Garage. His videos get millions of views, and there are other channels like it that get hundreds of thousands of views.
Oh, every
like,
week.
People love it, but why?
I think it's giving that piece of discarded Americana like another chance at life. Like that is what draws me to it. Like, I mean, a bunch of my revivals have been before we started filming. Were in the derby world where I take a car out of a field, get it running and driving for its one last hurrah, where that was a derby. But yeah, it's that getting something going that has been just discarded and and saving something before it gets scrapped. Like that's my big draw to it. Give it one more chance at life.
Yeah. I think one of the first kind of revivals I was involved in long before filming was my grandpa's 41 Chevy, and that came out of a farmer's field in Pomeroy, and it had an old 216 inline six in it.
Sweet.
And I remember we had to tear that thing all the way down to get it going, but it's cool to take something that has been sitting for decades, nobody wants it, and you get it back on the road.
And a lot of times with those old rigs, like it doesn't take that much.
No.
Like they were built to last, and it might not be making all the horsepower it once made, but you can get it running and driving.
Yeah. What draws me in to the older ones, the ones that don't have all the electronic stuff, is just the simplicity of them.
Oh, yeah.
It's like fuel going into a cylinder and exploding. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah.
So,
And it doesn't take much to get those going. Look at that starter on that 36 that we had been sitting. I mean,
that truck had to have been sitting there 70 years.
Oh yeah, and that starter had a mouse nest in it, and I was able to pull it off, just clean it up, lots of lube, get all the armatures working, and we got a starter working.
Zero new parts.
A little bit of sandpaper.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, it's crazy
Yeah.
that thing worked.
Yeah, it was nuts.
So, and I mean, that truck doesn't have a hood on it, and who knows how long it hasn't had a hood.
Oh yeah, and there was rust on every square inch.
Oh yeah, that back cylinder that piston was
Gone.
disintegrated.
Yeah. So to take something like that and to breathe life into it again it's an awesome experience.
Yeah, very cool. So if you want to do a revive and drive, we're gonna go through some kind of things you should look for, like as far as one, the vehicle, two, your like initial assessment and whatnot, and then after you get it running, what does it take to drive it home? So let's talk about the vehicle.
Older is better, to a point.
Yeah.
But pre-79, if you can start with something that has no electronics in your fuel system, that is awesome. If you can find something with a mechanical pump, mechanical carburetor, that is the easiest and most simple. And a lot of times you can get a fuel pump that's been sitting for a long time. You can bring life back to them, get them wet, get them going again.
Yep.
With the newer stuff, it's one of the more complicated, especially if you go real new with like multi-port injection and stuff like that. But it's just, you can make it a lot more simple if you can run a mechanical pump and a carburetor.
Yeah, when you don't have to trick the computer, when you don't have to sort out 100 wires.
Yeah, when you don't have to pre-fill the carb every time you try to start, and you have to start a rig.
Yeah, and I would say even 79 is a good cutoff, but even older than that, if you got like pre-73 or whenever the emissions really started being a thing, because even those like late 70s, you could be fighting that vacuum system and whatnot.
Yeah.
Which it's not impossible. They do it all the time. But if you don't have to be fighting all those vacuum lines, it makes it even easier.
Yeah.
But like you said, to a point, like that 1936 that's on my property, it's so far gone that the engine is completely locked up. That piston was disintegrated because it's dang near 100 years old.
Yeah, and you will need to buy parts for this rig. And so something that you can buy parts for is another thing would play into what kind of vehicle I pick up. I mean, look at that Studebaker we did. Like, that was hard to find parts for.
Yeah, it was very hard to find even like brake shoes.
And that was a 50s car.
Yeah, 59.
Yeah, so dang near a 60.
Yeah, so I think like that Studebaker was fun, and it was great to do it here in the shop. That would not be my choice for a revive and drive.
No. Unique is really cool, and it is really cool to build Unique, but there is a lot of headaches that I have found being one that is drawn to building unique things. It is hearing Josh source parts for Chevys. It just makes it so like how cheap stuff is. Like how much were those block hugger headers?
They were $136.
Yeah, those ones I bought for that 460 were like 4 something.
Yeah, I mean they're just Speedway ones. They're not.
Yeah, mine were mine were.
If I were to buy like Headmans, they're $240.
Okay, still that's half as much as they are for the name brand version for my 460. Like,
yeah,
start with a Chevy or a small block Chevy because you can buy parts for those everywhere.
Yeah, for sure. You want to find something that is mostly complete. I mean, that seems pretty obvious, but like, I don't know. Sometimes you see ads and it says drivetrain complete, but if the heads are in the back seat, and it's probably not a good choice for a revive and drive.
Yeah, you want all the parts bolted on to where they go.
Yeah.
If something is broken on the rig, I want to be the one to remove the parts.
Yeah,
that I'm gonna have to put back
for
on.
sure.
Yeah.
So you want it, as complete as possible. There's obviously some things that don't matter, like a back seat or even a fuel tank.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. But as far as the drivetrain, you definitely want that complete. And I would say even like headlights, taillights, those types of things, so you don't have to try to cobble too much together to drive it home.
Although I think some battery-powered headlights would get you home.
Oh, yeah. So on this last revival, we had to get some supplies at Walmart, and those hyper tough LED battery-powered lights.
Yeah, they're
those are so bright.
They're rechargeable and they're magnetic. I don't know if I trust the magnet on for the headlights, but
yeah, you might need some zip ties.
A zip tie or a little baling wire, but they had like a 4-hour runtime on high, and I think they would be bright enough for headlights, and you definitely wouldn't get pulled over. I mean, you wouldn't be that much. You want to keep your violations to a minimum on these kind of adventures, and so working headlights or appearing to be working headlights is a plus.
Yeah. All right, so something that you can get parts for, something that's complete, something that's like pre-1979, and then as far as how old, it's going to be at your discretion. Just like kind of really talk to the guy that's selling it to you, I guess, because there might be some rigs that have been stored in the shop. They were restored at one time, and so it's like a revive.
Yeah, you can tell a lot, I think, by like the condition. Give it a good once over.
Yeah,
you definitely check it out before. Don't do this blind.
Yeah, if it's a 1936 that was somebody's hot rod in the 50s,
yeah, you probably get away with it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right, so we've got our car picked out. We made a deal. Let's say it's 500 miles from home. And we can give some other examples. Let's use 500. That's a pretty good
I think we should let's start short and work our way up.
Okay.
Yeah. So
right.
I think it's like as you increase your miles, there's like more and more things you need to worry about.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. 50 miles.
50 miles.
That's the Ranchero.
Yeah. We recently did the Ranchero 50 miles. We threw air in the tires, and when we got there, and they all looked like they still had air in them when we went to take off. So that was my tire check.
Yeah. So yeah, you want to check tires kind of right away because it's not fast getting tires.
No,
you would think it's fast getting tires. It's not.
No, the people at their local tire shop do not work for NASCAR.
No. Then you're gonna pop the hood.
Yeah.
So Derek likes to start in the trunk, which it might be an entertainment thing.
But I like to see what I'm working with.
Yeah, I like to pop the hood.
See how big the rat's nest is going to be.
That Ranchero one was awful.
Yeah.
You kind of look over. Does the wiring look intact? Does it have a carburetor?
Yeah.
Does it have a battery in it? It's probably not going to work.
No, it's not going to be a good battery.
No. But if it has got a battery, you at least got your core charge.
Yeah, you got your cord back.
Yeah.
That's good. Those aren't getting cheaper.
No. And then probably want to turn it over.
Yeah.
By hand,
By hand, if you can. I'm a big fan of pulling spark plugs. When I did with Dad, we did all my derby car revivals. I would pull the spark plugs, so I was going to put in different spark plugs anyways, and shoot a little juice down the cylinders to give them a little bit of lube.
And it really doesn't matter. You could use WD-40. You could use
Marvel.
Blaster, Marvel. You could just use straight motor oil.
Yeah, a little transmission fluid,
yeah.
whatever you got lying around. I'm not real picky.
Yeah, Marvel's probably the best thing.
Yeah, I did a lot of transmission fluid, and it worked good. And you don't need a lot. Just get enough in there so that when it starts to roll over, your rings are you're giving a little bit of chance for those rings to seal a little better.
Yeah, because sometimes when an engine's been setting a while, even if you've got the air cleaner on it and all that stuff, some valves are open, and so the moisture in the air is going to get down in those cylinders. You can get a little bit of rust on those rings, and it could be stuck. Even if it's not stuck hard, it could be stuck a little bit. So you get something that's going to break that rust. Like you said, transmission fluid works good. Marvel works good. You're going to increase your chances of not damaging the cylinder walls.
And a lot of times I'm on a budget, so anywhere I can save money, if I can extend the life of my cylinders and my rings, it's
$10 in Marvel is a lot cheaper than
machine work.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. $10 doesn't get you very far at the machine shop.
No. And then as you're pulling the spark plugs, it can kind of tell you how that engine was running when it parked.
Yeah.
Like, are they black? Are they
was it running
rusty?
Lean? Yeah. You can do a lot of the one that the electrode comes out that has a little bit of rust. That's going to be the one that your intake valve was open on that got your moisture down in was in that cylinder. Yeah. And so it can tell you a lot, and maybe treat that one with a little more oil. It's just kind of so when you're doing your automotive archaeology, you can pay attention a little bit and figure out what areas need a little bit more attention.
Yeah, for sure. So you got your oil in your cylinders. You're kind of turning it over. You can use like a big breaker bar on the harmonic balancer bolt. Be careful though; you don't want to strip that thing out. Sometimes these engines don't have a ton of resistance,
and especially with the spark plugs out.
Yeah, and you can just grab that fan and fan belt, put a little pressure on the belt so it doesn't slip, and then push on the fan. And a lot of times you can get it turned over that way. If it's stuck, then you may need to pull the dust cover off the flywheel and just use a little breaker bar.
Yeah.
Be gentle. Move it both directions.
Yeah. Just kind of work its way around. That's not to say that I haven't used the starter before, though.
Oh, yeah.
It is best to breaker it over, but sometimes there's something in the way, or you can't get your extension in there with the radiator. There's just different things that can come up.
Sometimes you don't care as much.
Yeah, sometimes it. See what happens when you bump the starter.
Yeah.
And the bumping it with the starter is the closer I am to home, the more comfortable I am doing it that way. Because if I have to run home and get a truck and trailer and I'm 40 miles from home, that's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
I think we did do that, though, when we were in Arizona, when we were the farthest away from home. We did bump it with the starter.
We did, but it was on your dad's blessing.
For some reason, Dad was like, I think we can just try it with the starter with how long. And that one hadn't been sitting that long.
No, it was like 10 years.
Yeah.
And we
would
have
say that's not that long, and it's 10 years.
We would have had to like pull the lower radiator shroud to get a bolt.
There was a lot of stuff in the way.
Like it would have been like 10 extra minutes. It would have been such a pain in the ass.
So much extra time.
All right, so let's say you get it turned over. We're not gonna dive into if it's stuck.
Yeah.
But let's say you're lucky and it turns over. Let's then hook a battery up to it. Make sure that you turn the key on, see if you got power, right?
And if you've been around engines enough, you know what it sounds like when a healthy one's turned over. It's that, you don't want that giddy up. You don't want that da-da-da, da-da-da. You want a nice constant sound when you're running the starter.
Yeah. So turn the key on, make sure that none of your wires are burning.
Yeah. And
then crank it over. Especially if you've put some oil down in there, you're going to want to run it a few revelations.
Make sure that you paint the inside of your fenders with as much oil as you can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to get that stuff pushed out.
You want to make sure you got a fire hazard right in and around your engine area.
Yeah, get as much on the exhaust as possible.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So then it's time to put the plugs back in.
Yeah.
How I like to check for spark is to throw fuel down the carb and see if it fires.
That's a good way to check for spark.
But probably the better way is to, throw a spark plug tester in there. If you don't have a spark plug tester, you can lay that spark plug on the engine if it's grounded, and
Yeah.
you should be able to see the spark. It helps to have a friend.
Yeah. But yeah, doing this by yourself, it is throwing a little fuel down. It's not a bad way to find out.
Yeah. I have set up my phone before on record and turned over the key and then looked at the video to see if it was sparking.
Yeah, that does work.
Yeah. Or you can get a remote starter. Those are not too expensive. I think they're like $15-20.
Yeah, the old lone wolves.
Yeah. And you just hook that up to your starter and you can run it from the engine bay. That's pretty handy.
Yeah. So now that we got compression and spark and probably fuel at this point, because we've at least thrown it down the carburetor.
Yeah. Then you got to actually work on your fuel system.
Yeah. That's where we've had to put the most amount of work into on our revivals.
Yeah, on every one of them.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
It's replacing fuel pumps is a big one.
Yeah, then the gas they have these days is just
It's
horrible on everything.
So that is sometimes where if you get a rig that has been parked for a really long time, it could have real raw gas in it, which doesn't go bad. And it doesn't like gum up the rubber like the ethanol stuff does.
Then you're trying to figure out your fuel system. Sometimes you get lucky and the tanks aren't so bad and you can run them off the factory tank. Sometimes you go through 5 fuel filters in 500 miles.
Yeah, that'll happen. A different sending unit and a different fuel pump.
Yeah.
That Ranchero took 2 fuel pumps, a change the sending unit, and 5 fuel filters, and a different carburetor. That was just that fuel system needed a lot of love.
Yeah, it did.
But we also have gotten lucky, like that motorhome. We got that home on its factory. I mean, it needed a secondary pump.
Yeah.
But the factory fuel tank got it home.
Yeah. So basically, you need enough volume out of your pump, and sometimes you'll have to. You can wire in a little clicky-clack electric fuel pump. Sometimes you can get the mechanical pump to prime. Sometimes you got to buy a new pump.
Yeah.
And
with those clicky-clack pumps, you want those as close to the fuel tank as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've wired them in off of taillights, which is nice. If you keep your tank in the trunk, you can wire that off off a taillight and just run your lights to run your fuel pump.
And if your tank is absolutely roached,
the boat tank.
The boat tank's the way to go. Got the little convertible bug home off a boat tank.
Yeah.
So, and like,
did we use the boat tank on the Ranchero to get it home, or was that just one time I broke down? I needed the boat
just
tank.
the one time.
Okay.
But what was nice about the bug is it got like 20 miles a gallon, so I didn't even have to refuel. I did refuel because I wanted to test
check.
But like on the motorhome, that would have been terrible if we had to run it off a 6-gallon boat tank.
6, and that is about the smallest that I'd feel comfortable doing. I mean, it'd be nice to have a 10, but 6, you got to kind of plan your stops and just about stop in every small town.
Yeah, those are kind of the basics. If you're 50 miles from home and up, I think as far as the engine and stuff, like you have to get it running. You want to make sure that it rotates before you just start cranking on it with the starter. You got to make sure that your fuel system is up to snuff. What if we're farther from home? What are some other things we got to look at?
Cooling system and brakes.
Cooling system and brakes. Yep, for sure. Cooling system, if you're not that far from home, you can just make frequent stops.
Yeah, if you need to.
Yeah. But if you're 200 miles from home, like you're not going to want to stop every 10 miles to let the thing cool off.
Yeah. And I go at about 120 miles, that's what you can do with a motorhome, is let it pull over and let it cool down.
Yeah.
Yeah, making sure that your thermostat's opening and you're circling coolant, that's a big one.
Yeah.
And that your cooling system isn't plugged.
Yeah, so you just let it idle until it warms up and make sure that things are moving the way they're supposed to be. Check that fluid. It might even be worthwhile to drain a little out and just see what it looks like.
Yeah. Those laser temp guns are pretty good for checking inlet outlet temp of your radiator. See if you're cooling and what your temps are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then plus when you let it get hot, the system's going to pressurize, and you can tell, is my cap bad? Is the radiator bad? Do I have a leak somewhere else?
Yeah.
Are the freeze plugs blown out of it?
Yeah.
Like
how my head gaskets.
Yeah. So, Very important things, especially if you've got kind of a longer drive ahead of you.
Yeah.
Brakes.
Which is our I mean, we've gotten actually really lucky with brakes. We haven't done.
We have.
And with all my revivals on derby cars, I didn't care. All I needed was a brake because all you use is the skinny pedal. So I haven't really ever really cared about brakes too much. But that motorhome only had one wheel braking. The bug didn't weigh enough. I think you could have thrown a shoe outside and slowed down with that.
Yeah. We did get the brakes working on it, though.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, we did go through those, didn't we?
Yeah, we had to replace some lines.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
No, I think some lines were not even attached.
Like hooked up, from the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
on the Suburban, the one that we had the longest trip home, we literally checked the brakes on the way leaving the property that we revived it.
like we checked the cap to make sure there was fluid, and it was full of fluid.
And then I stomped on the brakes, and the pedal returned, and we had brakes.
Yeah.
And they were actually decent.
Yeah. I did change all the soft lines on the Ranchero.
Yeah. Sometimes the soft lines can swell, and you'll end up with a stuck caliper or stuck brake shoe.
Because you get, 9,000 or so PSI going to the brake pad, but you get whatever, just the spring tension or that O-ring rolling back as your return pressure, and it doesn't have enough to push through those collapsed lines.
Yeah. So that can be problematic if you got a stuck caliper.
Yeah, that's real bad.
Yeah.
They get hot real fast.
Yeah. On a longer trip, which we encountered this issue, wheel bearings.
Yeah,
wheel bearings are probably something
they're
you
about
check.
the 900, like if you're going more than 900 miles, that's what I'm going to say. Because that's where those ones failed us.
Yeah.
But those aren't a bad roadside. It's not the worst parking lot job.
No, it's not the worst.
It would be.
I mean, it was nice that we had a parking lot to do it. It
Yeah.
would have sucked
on the side of
in the
freeway.
middle of Nevada,
Yeah,
where there's no
No.
cell service
and no bearings
and no people.
Yeah, so we did get lucky with that one.
Yeah,
Where that failed.
yeah, that could have been bad. So I
At
don't know,
least when
jack up the rig,
when you're
give the
checking your
tires
brake-
shake.
when you're checking your brakes.
Yeah,
You're right there.
yeah. Check the wheel bearings.
Yeah.
Are they sloppy? Do they sound okay when you
Yeah.
rotate?
Yeah,
And then tires.
tires.
So, like you said, on the 50-mile trip with the first trip with the Ranchero when we revived it, air in the tires, make sure that they held air.
Yep.
That's good enough.
Yeah, they were good.
When we did the Suburban, two of the tires didn't hold air. They
were
like
bad.
completely gone and dry rotted. But we had 1,800 miles to go.
Yeah,
Plus, we had planned on we went to King of the Hammers.
we kind of wanted some aggressive grips, something that
Yeah.
looked good.
Yeah, so we bought brand new tires for it.
Yeah,
And
wise investment.
We did look for used tires. I'm not opposed to buying used tires.
Absolutely
We
not.
just couldn't find any.
Yeah,
So that's why we said earlier, like, it's one of the first things you want to look at is assess your tire situation. Are you going to need tires?
Yeah,
Because
'cause-
it's not quick.
yeah, and you can jump on the marketplace, try to find something.
Yeah.
And the more common the size, you better your chances.
Yeah.
We were trying to find 15-inch, which
We're trying to find 31, 10, 50,
15s,
15s. That
which-
shouldn't be hard.
it shouldn't be hard, but I guess that's not a thing anymore. Everybody's at 17s now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
So,
But and I threw new tires on it when we on the Ranchero before we did SEMA. The bug going 100 miles didn't get new tires.
no, they were pretty bumpy.
They were pretty bad.
Yeah.
We threw air in one tire for the motorhome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other ones, we just kind of hand checked them the first 40 miles to see if they got hot.
Yeah. What did we do for the Studebaker? Did that get tires? Or that?
Studebaker got tires. It got the old purple van tires.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Just the tire recycle program. I heard.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but it needed them because some of those tires were like dry rotted, busted off the bead.
Yeah.
So that worked out good. And then like once you get your project home, like the trip's gonna throw stuff at you that you're not expecting.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
And when you put it in Google Maps, try to avoid your highways if you can.
Yeah.
Stay on go through the small towns. The small towns with part stores.
Yep.
But
The times that we had run-ins with the law, it was on the interstate.
yeah.
So, and they're just doing their job. I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely no.
I'm glad they're there, but it's better to not
To
have
not
any
have- yeah.
interactions with them.
And I think it's America's seen best in those small towns too.
oh yeah,
So that's
Yeah.
always
that's where all the good burgers are.
yeah. So take a little extra time. Whatever Google Maps says the time is, just double it.
Yeah, or more.
Just double it, and you'll be good.
Yeah. Make sure you got your sufficient tools with you.
Yeah.
And tie wire, duct tape, zip ties,
Ratchet straps,
some
electrical tape.
Electrical tape, some wire, all things that we have used.
Yeah.
Yeah, a hammer. Those ratchet straps came.
Okay.
We needed them.
Yeah, they came in handy with the gas tank
Yeah.
changes.
For
Yeah,
sure.
For sure.
Yeah, when we had to dump that tank out or drop that tank with 20 gallons of fuel, that kind of sucked. I mean,
when you say we, you mean when I was hitchhiking into town and
Yeah.
you were doing it by yourself?
yeah.
That's the
that
we?
time.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
The drive back, just expect the unexpected and
Yeah.
have fun.
And take your time.
It's a blast.
Yeah.
And then when you get home, you've got a rig that you can flip. You got a rig that you can
Continue to work on.
continue to work on.
You might even part it out, like the
Yeah.
motorhome situation.
Yeah.
Get it running, driving, get it home, and part it out.
Yeah.
Get
For
out
sure.
the good parts and
Yeah, it's something that like you absolutely don't need a YouTube channel or a platform or whatever to do.
no.
Like,
And it is one of my favorite things to do
yeah,
automotively. Just that revive and drive and get it going. It is so much fun.
it's so fun.
'Cause
And I
it's-
think financially it's like it could be self-sustaining.
Yeah.
Like even without a platform. Like we're not making any money on YouTube.
No,
really.
but it's
But like you pick up something that doesn't run and doesn't drive, you can get it for pennies on the dollar. And just by getting it running and driving and a fresh set of grips on it,
you've more than doubled your investment.
you're gonna get your money back.
Yeah.
If you want to, if
Yeah.
you need to. And you can use that to fund the projects you want to work
Yeah.
on, which is pretty cool.
So-
Fancy build?
Fancy
I
build.
gotta find something for you.
Oh, good. I have something for you. It's a winner. She's a winner. She's a rock star.
So this is Revive and Drive. It's gonna be like probably the least amount of money possible going into it, minus the purchase price.
All right.
'Kay.
Just gotta get running and driving.
Yeah.
Oh. I got a 73 Highboy. Ran one park several years ago, 390 engine. Yeah, it'll run. Needs work, but well worth it. Cash only, no trades. What do we got working with here? Tires look like I could get them to hold air, and we're coming from Athol. I can drive this thing home. Well, the bed's pretty nice on this thing. A lot better shape than I thought it was going to be for $3,000. Needs a tailgate. Doesn't need that to get home. It's got a seat. I can get this thing home. I don't think I need any money to get it home. Yeah, I think this is fuel and if need to be. What's great about a truck when you're doing a revival, there's that big old bed for your fuel tank to sit in.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of run the line up over the passenger door and then into the cow.
Yeah.
It works. I've
You
done
changing the oil?
it. Yeah, I'm probably changing the oil. So I got $25 in the best oil that they have at Walmart.
Yeah.
And by that I mean the cheapest. A little bit of zinc additive. It's a 390. It'll run. And yeah, I think I get this home for $100 over what I think I have $100 investment in this thing.
Nice. What are you doing with it when you get home?
It's a 4-wheel drive. I would probably sell it, clean it up as much as I could, put a new tailgate on it, and sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's some little things that I could fit on or fix on it. It's not rusty though. Wouldn't do a dang thing to the paint. Clean it up, tidy it up, and then sell it make a little money on it.
Yeah.
Flip it. All right.
That's a solid plan.
Yeah. You have $100.
Okay. Military Jeep. Nice.
It says it runs, but it needs work. So
Okay. Well, this one's probably going to need ignition system gone through. It looks like those wires might be. I may need a set of plug wires, but there's only
yeah,
there's only 4 of them.
yeah. Follow the points.
Yeah, file the points. Yeah, definitely have to. It says it runs,
Yeah, it does say
Okay.
runs.
so I think it'd be worth it to go through the ignition system just to make sure you're not leaking any lightning. Oil change. Oh, this probably has drum brakes all the way around.
Yeah, that'll be fun to get home.
So may need wheel cylinders, but I'm just gonna test it and kind of see what it feels like. Honestly, I think probably could do it for $100 too.
Yeah.
Maybe 150 with plugs and wires. And a boat tank would certainly get this home
Oh, for sure.
because,
It's in the valley. Are you keeping it?
yeah.
Yeah, you're keeping it.
I'm pulling that hard top off though.
Oh, yeah.
Pulling that hard top off. But honestly, I'd probably build it kind of like as a military style Jeep with the pizza cutters. I really like those. I think they're like the M16 Super Swampers. They look like a military tread, but they're a little more modern.
Oh, yeah?
So I'd run those, but in the skinny and
Yeah.
and not lift it or anything. Just get it tuned up really good.
Yeah.
And like just have fun with it as a small wheel and rig.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome.
So not everything has to be big.
No. And
But
sometimes it's fun to do challenging things in the little ones.
yeah, and I'd leave the tow bar on it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it'd be fun to tote that thing around
Yeah.
because they only go like 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Well, you should do a revive and drive.
Absolutely.
You should do several of them.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah. Whether it be across town or across the country,
Yeah,
start with across town.
yeah. Start small
Start small.
and then escalate as much as you want.
Yeah.
So we've done some pretty massive road trips in old cars.
Yes, we have.
We did 1,800 miles in your Ranchero. We did 1,800 miles in a Suburban with second gear.
Yeah.
We did 2,500 miles in a 40-year-old Bronco.
Oh, yeah? Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I mean, yes, it had a modernized drivetrain,
Everything,
but
but
still,
It was an old Bronco.
it still leaked water on my lap.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Yeah. So it's awesome. It's a really good time.
We did how many miles in, Bob? 400-ish miles in
in
a cut-up Buick?
And I just watched that video again.
Oh, yeah?
We had that trip planned, and the day before, we had not successfully gone around the block yet.
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
I
car.
remember that.
And we got it running, and the first test was, let's go 500 miles through the woods.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
That was awesome.
do a revive and drive.
They're awesome.
Hey, we got merch.
Yeah. Hit us up.
We've got an affiliate with Eastwood and affiliate with Priority Tires. So
Yeah, so if your rig needs some new grips,
use those links below.
yeah, and
Get some grips, get some tools.
yeah, it'd be awesome. Help us
and,
out a little bit.
Get some hats.
Yeah. Wheel at Wreck It, Rinse, Repeat.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya.